like Gene Deal gonna act like Diddy the only foul nigga he know? Like, come on, let's stop it, Officer Gene, Officer Gene, the same one that was the PO of Uptown, my nigga Uptown, who niggas had to go to him and tell him, yo, you bugging, you violating our niggas and sending them back up north. He's doing too much now. You said everything you had to say about that man. Come with some other content now. Because now it's just I don't like anybody that go out their way to destroy that try to destroy one person.
Let's take a look at this first. He says Officer G and his job. Let's just try to get things clear first. A person's career and their job title should not be an issue if that's what they're doing to feed their family, to live their lives, to remain afloat. Why should their job title and what they do be a problem? We got to look at another thing, right? Gene Deal did not choose your career. Gene Deal did not choose for you to run in these streets and do robberies and carry guns and go to prison and be part of a gang. Gene Deal didn't do that. Guess what Gene Deal did? Gene Deal grew up in the same neighborhood you grew up in, or maybe worse, from St. Louis. He grew up in them same neighborhoods, probably dibbled and dabbled in them streets, and said, you know what? I don't want that for my life. And Gene Deal went and made a difference in his. Just so happened, he took education serious, and he became part of law enforcement. It's not his fault that you got locked up. It's not his fault that you was taken to the streets and made the choice to say, you know what? I'm going to be a criminal. It's not his fault that people that you may know that's on parole and Gene Deal is their parole officer, and they out here and they got stipulations that you got to follow when you come home, because that's part of being released. Stipulations. If you break any of these stipulations, you will be violated. And guess what? You got to respond when the parole or commissioners say that to you. Yes, I understand. I will not violate. When you come home, you see your parole officer. Don't violate none of these guidelines. But this part right here, you can do all you want to do. You know how much rope you get when you out on parole? Even when you got an asshole parole officer, you got a lot of rope. You know how? Because you free. You out here free. And what I'm saying is this, coming from a person that was there, that did the time, that know the streets, that know the criminal thinking, the criminal mind, a lot of people do need to be in prison. A lot of people do need to be in prison. Jeffrey Dahmer ain't need to be locked away. All of them other people that got those molested cases didn't need to be put away. All them serial killers didn't need to be put away. Yeah, certain people that need to be put away. Because we need to make our neighborhoods in these streets. This is the same guy who speaks about his pond in koi fish in his neighborhood and how nice it is and how he left the ghetto and how police protect him. But now he's talking about Officer Gene. And then he says he don't like how people going out of their way to destroy one person. This is the same guy who has been destroying one person, Africa Bambaataa, since he came on YouTube. The same guy. You've been going at that man. You've been telling them about the grease, the fire, the door, the crew, everybody that was down with him. You've been talking about the Zulu Nation and try to bring them down for years. And now you're talking about this man because he was part of something. Look, and both of y'all was part of the same thing. You just had different bosses. Gene Deal boss was P. Diddy. Your boss was Bambaataa. The difference is that P. Diddy didn't touch him. Bambaataa touched you. Leave it alone. Because guess what? You had your chance to say something. You had your chance to go to court and make a difference. Not only in your life, but in other kids' lives who were still being molested. You had that chance and you gave it up. And now you want to use this platform and your voice to shoot down a man who only chose a career. And you're the same guy who made the same countless videos to destroy your own mother. And it's got so bad since you was able to destroy your own mother, you got the zip with the drips and all kind of people out here disrespecting your mother now. Because they see you don't even respect your own mother.
So even though Puff is foul, too many people you look out for, you do something good for, and now you telling all my business. I hate a nigga that'll tell all your business. Kim Porter not one time has ever reached out to the authorities or anybody else. Yo, this nigga beating me. So now you got these bodyguard niggas telling the world shit that Kim Porter protected her children from. If she died on her deathbed, keeping that secret from her children, that her father, they father, and they mother had fights, why the fuck would somebody else put that out there for them children to see? She protected her children from what the mother and father went through. The same way some of us street niggas slap a female in a heartbeat. Got into domestic violence situations with our baby mothers. Our wives ain't telling our children that. Why the fuck is these bodyguards running and telling the world that so that could fall on these children's lap? Because regardless of what anybody say, the nigga Puff is a better father than 50 Cent.
Then you got the nerve to say you hate people that tell all your business. You telling everybody business. You're not only telling everybody business, you telling on everybody. You telling them about who shot Ray Ray and them on the corner. You telling them about crimes that happen and suspects that's still on the run and who may have committed them. Telling people business. That's all you do is tell business. And then you got the nerve to say that Kim Porter protected P. Diddy. So that's what we doing now? Huh? Is that what we doing? What happens in this house stays in this house? That's what we doing? That's the problem in the black community. What happens in this house stays in this house. No. What happens in this house needs to get up out this house. That's how you was able to be abused by your brother since the age of 5, as you said. Because what happened in your house stayed in your house. So you mean to tell me just because Kim Porter didn't voice what happened to her, that make it okay? And then on top of that, you end it with P. Diddy is a better father than 50 Cent. Because you see 50 Cent has grown up and started smelling, 50 Cent's son has grown up and started smelling his own caca and want to be rebellious and do his own thing against his father's wishes, meaning run the streets, don't want to get up, don't want to get a job and all that, that now P. Diddy becomes a better father than 50 Cent. 50 Cent ain't been getting arrested since he made that first million. 50 Cent ain't got no allegations against him. 50 Cent don't have his kids getting handcuffed and on the news and all kind of stuff and in scandals. 50 Cent has done nothing but be the best dad he could be to his son. He gave him job opportunities. His son didn't want to take the opportunity. And then as you see 50 Cent with his youngest son, he's been nothing but a father. But guess what? You know what you like to do? You like to become the victim, remain the victim, and make everybody else that's doing wrong victims.